starting today on our backs, resting, or if we can, laying on our blocks. So if you haven't already, take your block and take the upper edge underneath your shoulder blades. That's the lowest height, and if you want to work a little more at your chest opening, you can change the block up to the little height. Turning the palms up, and just closing your eyes now. Changing nothing, just observe your breath, how your body feels. And then from here, begin to lengthen your breath. Expanding the abdomen to the front of the body. So turn the breath all the way down the abdomen, and then expand through ribs, fill body all the way up to the collarbones, the chest, and exhale. Breath out through abdomen, ribs, and chest. Trying to keep the breath even. So often we find that the inhale is shorter than the exhale. Continuing the breath in and out through your nose as you are, or you can begin to engage the ujjayi breath, so it's contracting the back of the throat slightly. It creates a rasping noise, which helps focus and guide us to our practice. Even the non-ujjayi can help and guide us as we want to keep our breath steady and calm, even in the most challenging postures. This breath control begins to lose control of our mind, our state of mind, be it in yoga or off the mat, stressful situations. Opening your eyes now. Gently press into the forearms to just lift off the block, push it out of the way, and then to come to lay back down. So first we're just warming up through the hips, draw the knees into the chest, and then coming into a happy baby, hands up towards the outer feet if you can. Just draw the knees towards your hips, so hips are lightly tight, rocking from side to side. If that's too difficult, you can always take the arms around the back of the knees, clasp the hands, and just draw the knees in towards the chest. So gentle stretch here. Trying to press the lower back down toward the floor. And then releasing the feet. Extend the left leg away, draw the right knee into the chest. Re-hug the knee in and resist with the hands. And then extend the right leg up towards the ceiling, toes flex back. Hands come behind the thigh, or they can come up towards the calf. Inhale here, and exhale, draw that right thigh in. So go easy. Try to keep that left foot grounded. Just gentle stretch to the back of the legs. And then soften that right leg. Hands come to the mat, still bend the knee, and try and keep the left leg rounded, flex the left toes back. Start to make small circles with the right knee on the ceiling. And then getting a little larger. And then meeting back in centre, going the other way, small circles again. So beginning to gently engage abdominals to help you stay level on the floor without rolling too much, and then allowing the circles to get a bit bigger. And then releasing back to centre, extend the right leg away. You can shake it out if there's any tension in the hip, and then draw the left thigh in, hands come on the left leg. Inhale, extend, left foot up towards the ceiling, toes flex back. Inhale here. Exhale, see if you can draw that left leg in. Again, go easy, first stretch of the day. And then exhale, release. Left foot, bend the left leg, ground down to the right heel, start to make a small circle as well. So abdominal strength, try and prevent yourself rocking everywhere. Allow the circles to get a little larger. And then meeting back in centre, the other way. And then coming back to centre, extend the left leg, shake it out. So last stretch, left foot to the mat, take the right ankle onto the left thigh, but just take the bone slightly off the thigh, draw the left leg in towards you, so threading the needle, hands come through to take the back of that left leg. Inhale here, and exhale, draw that left thigh in. And then we'll be keeping those right toes flexed back towards the shin. And then release the left foot and right foot to the mat. Left ankle comes across right thigh. Flex the toes back. Inhale, draw that right thigh towards you. Hands come through, lovely. At the same time, again, pressing lower back down towards the floor. Using the breath to help you work a little deeper. And then release the right foot and the left foot. Extend them out once more, shake them out. And then from here, inhale, extend the arms overhead. Press the hands up towards the skirting board behind you. Begin to engage your pelvic floor. And from here, draw the abdominals towards the spine. Inhale. See if you can draw the knees in towards the chest and then press the hands up towards the ceiling like a reclined crow. So you want to try and bring your knees to connect to the back of the arms if you can. Keep drawing those knees in. Then inhale, extend. Let the feet hover, the hands hover. If it's too much, you can always let the feet drop down. Exhale, draw the knees in to chest, hands press up. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw the knees in. Really pressing, lovely. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. 2 more. Inhale, extend. This is your reclined crow and handstand. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, extend. And release. Draw the knees into the chest. From here, so again using the abdominals a little, we start to help you create momentum. We roll them in along the length of the spine, really trying to round through the back so you don't slap the lower back on the floor. 2 more goes. Then we're going to try and come to standing. So give it a little bit extra to help you. And just... It's a bit of fun. I crossed my legs and that wasn't the best to come up to. Okay, so coming to the front of the mat, bringing the big toes together, heels slightly apart, lovely, so a few sun salutation. Standing nice and tall, drawing the tailbone under slightly, slight engagement of the core. Inhale, raise the arms, palms touch. Exhale, soften the knees as you fold forward, so connecting ribs to thighs. Breathing there. Just starting to feel that stretches with the hamstrings, hands can rest on the legs. Neck nice and long, gaze back towards the shins. Inhale, gaze and pose. Nice long spine to find some length here. And exhale, bend the knees, hands to the mat, stepping it back to plank. So lean forward a touch. Lower the knees. This time coming into a cow. Tailbone lift, chest extends forward, shoulders draw down the spine. Exhale, downward dog. So hips lifting up and back. So gaze between the legs. Pedaling out through the feet if you would like, so just flexing through the legs. Taking the head from side to side. And then gaze to the hands. Inhale, push forward to plank once more. Chest extending forward, head extending forward. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees. Tailbone lifts. Chest extends forward through the shoulders. Abdominal pulling back. Exhale, downward dog once more. Again, pushing the weight back towards the feet. If you need to pedal out, you can if the legs are feeling tight still. Inhale forward, once more to plank. Roll in. Exhale, lower the knees. Tailbone lifts, chest extends through. Opening to the chest. One more breath. Exhale, push it back, down and down. And then from here, inhale, push forward, plank once more. Exhale, lower the knees, lower the chest all the way down, then press up, hands stairs out into cobra. Inhale, extend the head and the chest forward, so try not to worry too much about height here. Tops of the feet relaxed, and really extend the head forward, gaze along the floor to keep the neck nice and long. Lovely. So you should feel this from the mid and upper back, squeezing elbows in. Inhale. Now exhale, toes tuck under. Use that core again to help you push back, downward dog. Breathing in. Nice. Extend and rotate your upper arms. That helps us draw the shoulder blades round and down the back. And then gaze to the hands. Walking the feet to the front. Big toes touch. Inhale, gazing face. Lovely. Exhale, fold it forward. Vinyasa, ribs to thigh connection again. Shoulders soft. And then inhale, we rise, come to stand, palms join overhead. Exhale, forward fold, Vinyasa. Breathing. Inhale, gazing pose. Exhale, bend the knees, step, or you can float back if you want to challenge yourself, back to plank. Inhale, push forward. So a little bit of heat creation now. Exhale, lower the knees. We're going to lower halfway, or you can come down if it's too much, but we're going to try and lower into a half press up, chaturanga, and hold for 5 breaths. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release, well done. And so, over once more. If you we'll do this once more. Inhale, extend the head and chest forward. Elbows squeezing in. Breathing in. One more breath. And then exhale, toes tuck under, push back, downward dog. Pressing the way back. horizontal, so gaze between the legs. And on the next exhale, step or float the feet to the front. So up to you. Inhale, gaze in place. Exhale, Uttanasana forward. So legs hopefully starting to warm up a little through the back. Sometimes it's nice to give them a rub, a little extra heat. Just to ease them in. And then inhale, rise. Palms touch your head. Once more, exhale, fold it forward. Neck nice and long. Inhale, gaze in place. Exhale, hands to mat. This time, shoot the left leg back. And coming into a lunge. Drop the back knee, keep the toes tucked under. Arms rise, inhale. Exhale, coming forward, but try not to just completely jump and sink. Press into the front foot. Think about scissoring the inner legs together and lifting yourself out of the hips at the same time. Gaze can come to the fingertips. Breathing there. So you should start to feel the stretch down the left hip flexor from the hip. And 5. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Back knee lifts. Step it back to plank. Inhale, lean forward to touch. Exhale, lower knees. Lower the chest halfway. 5 breaths here. Lovely. 3. Keep core on. 4. And 5. So this time, either come into your cobra or sliding the hands back towards the ribs. We come through to an upward dog. We pull yourself through the hands and shoulders. You press into the tops of the feet and fire up the thigh. Keep the chest extended forward. If you're feeling pinching through the lower back, then drop to the knees and then come back to your cobra. Lovely, yes, really press and fire up through the thighs. Lifting through the heart center. Core engaged now, so to come back you can either drop the knees or lift the hips and press into the toes, roll over the toes. Takes a bit of time to get used to that one. Breathe in there. So again, hips lifting up and back. Nice. Pressing into knuckles, fingertips. Engaging your breath. Inhale now. And then on the next exhale, step or float the feet to the front. Inhale, gaze in place. Neck nice and long. Exhale, Uttanasana forward. Inhale, gaze in place once more. This time, hands to the mat. Step the right foot back. Drop the knee, crescent lunge on the other side. If you do need, actually yes, I should have said, Emily, if your knees feeling it on the mat a little bit, you can use this extra matting to protect the knee. Lovely. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, move forward. Lovely. So again, think about active front foot, scissoring the thighs together, that's it. Lovely. Everyone's knees aren't over the ankles, so fab. Gaze just ahead. About lifting the leg through the upper body. So, one more breath. Exhale, release the hands. Step it back to your plank. That knee lifts. Inhale. So if it ever gets too much with the press up holds, please leave them. Otherwise you can stay in a full press up if you like, or just lower down to the knees and hold for 5 breaths. Breathe in there. Squeeze the thighs, engage the glutes and lift to help you. And release. Well done. Inhale through to cobra or upward dog, your choice. So, what's right for one might not be for the other. That's really press into the tops of the feet and then lift through the chest. And then, either lowering the knees or coming through the toes, down the dog. Breathe. Inhale now. And exhale. Bend to your knees, step or float to the front. Uttanasana, inhale, gaze and pose. Exhale, fold it forward, ribs to thighs. See if you can rock some weight forward now to the front of the feet. You tend to push back through the heels. And then inhale, rise, come to stand. Palms touch. Exhale, release. Feeling warmer? Yeah. Good. Okay. My hands not sweating. There's a problem with some of these, man. It does get, you do tend to sweat less through the hands eventually. So, grab a drink if you need one. I won't probably always remind you, so at any time, grab a drink. To the front. A few more standing questions. So, taking the feet hip width this time. So, a variation of walk or chair, Uttanasana. So, sit the hips back if you're in an imaginary chair. Draw abdominals in and really find that low abdominal engagement. And from here, inhale. Raise the arms. Shoulder blades working down and around, lovely. Maybe sit a bit deeper. And then, at the same time, I want to try and lift the chest, finding the back bend of the upper body. Gaze just ahead, lovely everyone. Inhale now. And exhale, fold it forward, but this time clasp the hands behind the lower back. Don't worry too much about the legs here. Just find the hands, clasp them. Inhale, extend the knuckles away. And exhale, see if you can fold or reach the knuckles up and over. As you fold forward, you can always keep the legs soft here. So really find the rotation through the shoulders, lovely. I know these are tough. Well done. Breathing there. 2 more breaths. And then exhale, release the hands to the mat. Sorry, I should have said to the shins, because otherwise you're not quite at the mat yet, are you guys? Inhale, gaze and pose. Exhale, just one forward fold to Uttanasana. And then inhale, gaze once more. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step or float back to plank. Lean forward a touch. This time we're just going to, either through the knees, let all come through full chaturanga, lower all the way down. Inhale, releasing the toes to cut up the dog or cobra. Lovely. Extending the chest through, then exhale over knees or toes, up to you, down. So from here, rise onto the toes. Extend the right leg up towards the ceiling if you can, split dog. If it's too much, you can always release the foot down. Flex the toes and draw. See if the toes will probably be turned out to the right, so you can draw a little toes down towards the floor, nice and level hips. See if you can allow that left heel to work towards the mat. Breathing there. Inhale now. And then exhale, come up onto the left toes, bring that right knee through the body, right foot through to the hands. But don't worry if it gets stuck halfway, use the right arm to help it through. Lovely. Left heel turned in, warrior one. So the toes at the back about 10 to the hour. Arms rise. Inhale. And come forward a little. So just check the knees in line with the front foot, the toe, second toe, and the knees not coming over the line of the ankle. Lovely. Gaze ahead. Lift into the heart center. Steadying the breath again. One more inhale. And then exhale, warrior two, left arm back, right arm forward. Lengthen the stance. Let back toes come out to quarter to the hour. A little bit deeper with that front leg. Lovely. So we tend to all lean forward a little bit, keep the legs as they are. Just bring your body stacked over the line of the hips. Lovely, everyone. Gaze over the front middle finger, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. And then exhale, right forearm to right thigh. Side angle variation. Left arm up above the shoulder. If your neck allows, take the gaze up to fingertips. So opening the side body, the inner thighs and hips. Gaze back down to that right foot now. Inhale, coming up to warrior two once more. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Bring the feet to hip width apart, so tram lines. Left hand to the mat, to the inside of that right foot. Keep the lunge, inhale, twist to the right. Reverse side angle. Variation, lovely. Breathe in. Gaze up to fingertips, your neck allows, or you can stay down to the mat. Inhale, then exhale, release that right hand down. Step back to plank. Inhale, exhale all the way down. Let the breath guide your movement. Inhale through upward dog or cobra. Lovely. Exhale over knees, all toes, down. So coming to the other side, rise onto the toes. Extend the left leg up towards the sky, split dog, flex the foot. Drop those little toes down towards the floor. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, see if you can allow that right heel to lower. Don't worry if it won't reach. Just want to feel a stretch for that right leg. Inhale. Exhale, come onto the toes. Left foot comes through to the hands. Lovely. Warrior one. So ground down to the back. Heel as it turns in, toes at 10 past the out. Inhale, arms rise. Lovely. Inhale and exhale. So stay there. We ground down to the outside edge of the back foot. So you take the toes in a little forward. Yeah. Because eventually we're trying to square the right hip forward, but often if we've got tight hips and the foot's out to the side too much, it makes it quite difficult. Just a couple more breaths here. Inhale now. And exhale, open up, warrior two. Lengthen the stance. Gaze over that front hand, middle finger. Nice long upper body. Maybe coming a bit deeper. Steady the breath once more. One more inhale. And then side angle variation. Left forearm to left thigh. Inhale, twist out to the right. Gaze up to the right fingertips above your shoulder. Lovely. And you fire up that back leg, so engage the thigh, press into the outer edge of the foot. Gaze down to that left foot now. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Exhale, release the hands down. Come onto the back toes, come in, take the feet hip width. Inhale, twist out to the left. Now reverse side angle variation, keeping the lunge. That's it, lovely. Exhale, release that left hand down. Step it back to your plank. Move forward a touch. Lower all the way down in through knees or through plank. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog or. You can always push back to child's pose if you need a rest. Breathe. Rise onto the toes, now extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. Split dog. This time, see if you can bend the knee and just dip the toes over towards the left. That left heel can sink towards the floor if you can, or just stay on the toes. Extend the right leg there. Square off the hips. Rise onto the left toes, bring that right foot through to the hands once more. And this time, inhale, windmill hands up. So we're coming into Trikonasana variation. I'll show you from the side. So you want the legs probably about 3 foot apart. Inhale. Exhale, forward. And once more, inhale, gaze and pose. This time, lengthen, come away from the front leg. Then exhale, hands release down towards the mat, you drop the back knee. So from here now, coming into a reverse twist, creating right angles with the legs. Inhale, raise the left arm. And then exhale, take the left elbow to the outside edge of the right thigh. It doesn't have to be too deep, just onto the top of the thigh. Make a fist with the left palm, right palm comes on top. Inhale, extend the head forward. And then on the exhale, twist out to the right. You can stay here, this is the first variation. If you want more of a challenge, you can take the gaze down to the front foot and lift the back knee, slide the foot back, and come back into the twist. See how you feel. Breathing in. Lovely, everyone. Inhale. Trying to reach yourself away from the front leg. And exhale. One last breath. And then exhale, release the hands. Breathe in Vinyasa. So hands come to the mat. Back knee lifts. Step it back to the back. Lovely. Lean forward and touch. And then exhale, lower through knees or all the way down through forward plank. Release. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, over knees or toes, downward dog. So we're nearly there with the standing postures. Rise onto the toes. Extend the left leg up towards the sky. Split dog. See if you can lower that right heel. Bend the knee and dip the toes over towards the right. Keep leading the movement through that left knee. Lovely. Just a few more breaths now. Straighten that left leg, square the hips. Bring the left foot through to the hands. Right heel turns in, and we inhale and come up. We're coming into our Trikonasana again. So, draw this right foot slightly closer, grab your block. Have it ready. Inhale, lengthen, nice, long upper body. Exhale, so right hip pushes back, left hip tucks under as we extend forward. That's it, that's it. And then the right hand can either come to the inside of the shin or grab your block and open the body out towards the right. Gaze can come up to fingertips if the next happy to. That's it, lovely. It's tough, this one. And press your left front foot, big toe, you try and turn this forward. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. This is your tightrope under, isn't it? Yours. Pressing off now. No, it's tough. And leaving the hand. A few more breaths, using the breath to open through the upper body. So inhale, extend the head forward. Exhale. Maybe twisting deeper. Inhale, just finding a stillness in the pose. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Gaze comes down to that front foot now. Inhale, we come to stand. Exhale, we're coming to a lunge. Lengthen the stance, side angle. So again, the block can come to the inside of the foot. Forearm to the thigh. Picking your variation, testing out the side. Gaze up to right fingertips again. Drawing that left hip around the back of everyone. Good. Few more breaths in. Again, using the breath. Coming deep into the twist in the upper body. And then gaze down to that front foot. Inhale, come up to stand. And then hands come to hips. Step this right foot closer. So we can be on tram lines again. So pyramid pose, Padmasana. Inhale. And exhale, hinging at the hips, fold forwards. Hands can slide down this left leg. Lengthen on an inhale. Exhale, forward. So gaze along towards the toes, but the neck nice and long and still, so almost look through the top of our head with the eyes. Using that breath, so inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift, an extension through the spine. Exhale, fold. One last breath, inhale. And exhale. And then soften that front leg. Release the hands to the mat, drop the back knee. Coming into our twist on the other side. So creating right angles with the legs, lovely. Left hand can rest on left thigh to begin with. Inhale, raise the arms. Right arm, I should say. Exhale, right elbow to the outside edge. Make a fist, left palm on top. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist out to the right. Gaze can come out to the side or over that left shoulder if that feels comfortable. So try with your inhales to lift yourself away from that front leg as you twist. Tap your toes and get back and help you get balance, yeah. And keep it square now, twist the knee up the bottom. Yeah, perfect. Get it on through the spine now. Brilliant. Inhale. Exhale, so you can twist a little bit deeper. Gaze over the shoulder, that's it. Inhale in. And then exhale. Release the hands. Last vinyasa. Well done. Back knee lifts. Let's twist to right up sometimes. Step it back. Lower all the way down. Inhale through to upward dog or cobra. And then exhale. This time just drop the knees. Take the knees wide. Go to back child's pose. Forehead can come to the mat. You can make the pillow out of the hands. That feels more comfortable. Just take a few breaths in. And then come back up through all fours. Coming back onto our front, we're coming into Shalabhasana, locust pose. So the first variation, we'll take the palms down, facing down onto the mat. Keep the feet hip width apart. So a little bit of core work as well as back strengthening. So gaze along the floor, draw abdominals in and tailbone tucks under slightly as you do so. Try to keep the glutes a little soft. Inhale now, extend the head forward. You can keep the hands down and on the exhale extend the toes away. Really push out through the toes. Breathing here. Gaze along the floor. Keep extension. One more breath. And then exhale, release. You can get out of the hands. Rest the forward. And then just, you can rock the hips from side to side. Releasing the hands back. This time clasping the hands behind the lower back. So a bit of a shoulder opening too. Think about where abdominals on, pull up through your pelvic floor. Inhale, extend the head forward. Reach out through knuckles. Exhale, extend out through the toes. Lovely. Breathing there. Gaze on the floor. One more breath. And exhale, release. Make that pillow with the hands once again. Rock the hips from side to side just to release any tension. And then press up through all fours, toes tuck under. Coming up onto the toes. So Ustrasana, I'll show you from the side. So it's a little back bend. Keep the toes tucked under and the knees hip width apart. So if you can see yourself in the mirror, just adjust. Then we take the hands to the lower back. We want to have the hand working up the lower back to help you lift and to give yourself some support, rather than we want to try and prevent the compression through the lower back. So keep the fingertips up the spine. Think about lower abdominals, pelvic floor switching on. Otherwise we tend to naturally arch it. So if you engage lower abdominals, you'll notice a lengthening of the lower back. So from here now, let's start to open through the chest and the elbows squeeze together. Maybe staying here. Or we start to arch back a little bit, but think again, lower abdominals, core switching on. Lift through the heart centre. I'm repeating every breath, the lower abdominals, the gaze can stay ahead or come up towards the ceiling. If you wish to work deeper, one hand at a time, and take the heels, and we open through the chest, or stay as you are. Key here is remembering to breathe. Two more inhales. So hands come to the lower back, if they're on the heel. Inhale, we rise. Well done. It's quite tough. So back on the heels. Ooh, yeah, few knee pops as well. Okay, we'll do one more. I don't know if most of you did still find some compression through the lower back. I tend to when I start, when I began my yoga practice, and it takes quite a lot of effort. So every breath, really think about lower abdominals on, lengthen the lower back. And just to repeat, most of us naturally we arch through the lower back a little bit, and that compresses as we go into back bend. So if we engage abdominals, it naturally lengthens that. So that's what we're trying to find. Even, it sounds weird, in our back bend, you're thinking, well, surely I bend here. We want that lengthening because we want the back bend to be up here, rather than this lower back, which we want to be quite stable. So we'll come up one more, and then we've got the relaxing stuff to do. So toes tuck under, hands to hips. Draw abdominals in, the tailbone tucks under. Inhale, really lead the movement from the sternum and the chest. Elbows squeezing in. Lift through the heart centre. Tailbone tucking under. Inhale once more. Exhale, seeing if you can arch back a little bit with every breath. If you can, take the heels. Lift through the heart centre. Lovely. Two more breaths here. One more breath. So to come out, core still on, releasing hands to hips if you have them. Ease forward, bend through the knees. Sit back, child's pose. Take the knees nice and wide. And really take the breath to that lower back, the back of the body. Expand through the back of it. Breathing into my hands. So from here, come back to seated and swinging the legs around. Taking the legs nice and wide. You get to maybe miss the best bit. So taking the legs nice and wide. Back, grab your block. Internally rotate the hips and then flex the toes back towards the shins. Inhale, sitting nice and tall here. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips. You can stay here, or the hands can come forward. You may be able to find, you can take the block to different heights, you might be able to find you can rest your head. Maybe or maybe not. Don't worry. I've also got blocks for you guys to help with your hip movement. Okay, so. Yeah. So use the breath once more. Inhale. exhale, fold. Keep the legs nice and active. Relax the feet back. Unfortunately, this one is just time and patience, so quite another. Yeah. And yeah, it does depend what else you do.
So breathing there.
Keep those legs active. So engage the thighs. If we engage the thighs, that allows our hamstrings to relax a little more rather than work so much. It gives them the okay that they can release. Just a few more breaths here. Try and use the breath to find that stillness, that softness. So releasing shoulder tension, face tension. Inhale, gaze and pose now. And exhale. And out. Draw the feet in. Draw the soles of the feet together. Inch yourself just a little closer toward the heels. You come off the blocks now, actually. Come off the blocks now. And sit tall. This may be where you stay, trying to find a release through the inner thighs, the hips there. Or you can begin to hinge forward, hinging at the hips. Breathing there. Keep thinking about hinging at the hips rather than rounding through the back. We want to fold forward. Look, similar as we do our seated forward folds, there's the abdomen working forward one day. My hips are very tight at the moment too. Breathing there. Inhale, lengthen. And then from here, now extend the left leg out. Draw the right foot in towards the left thigh. Grab your block, place it to the inside of the left leg. That's it. Take the left forearm. You might need to change to the higher height, see how you feel. Lots of options. Left elbow to the block. Hand rests on the hand. Head rests into the hand. Inhale, raise the right arm. And allow that arm to fall over towards the left. You may need to push the block away, just test where it feels comfortable. Keep the left toes working up towards the ceiling. Really open the chest, that right armpit up towards the ceiling. Should feel a side stretch here now. Across the top of the hip, the side body as well. Breathing once more. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, release the right leg out, draw the left foot in, take the block to the inside of that right knee or calf. Take the elbow to the block. Open the body out towards the left, hand comes to the head. Oh, I can never get this right around. Head comes to the hand. Inhale, raise that left arm up and over. Left shoulder. Armpit opening, breathing there. Use that breath. Inhale, lengthen, open, up towards the ceiling. Exhale. See if you can soften and surrender. Engage your abdominals, pelvic floor. Inhale, coming back up. And release. Release the block. Going to lay down. Full Shavasana. So last stretch. Come on onto the back. Take the right ankle across the left thigh now. Once more, come into our thread of the needle. Draw that Left thigh in, hands come through. Just seeing if there's any difference now to the start. So drawing tailbone bottom down towards the floor still as you draw that left thigh in, toes flexing back on that right foot. And then release the left foot, and we'll swap sides. Draw that right thigh in. And then release the right foot. And the left foot, keep the knees on the feet on the mat. Just hit the knees from side to side now. Gentle twist. Call these windscreen wipers. No technical term for these. And then meeting back into the centre. Extend the legs away. So we come to Shavasana. So taking weight to the back of the head. We tuck the shoulders under, palms turn up. Allow the weight of your body to sink into the floor. We release our yogic breath. So as thoughts may enter the mind, just allow them to float on by. Acknowledge them, but try not to become engaged with that thought. So from here we release any tension in our left foot and right foot. No need to do anything but just release. Left leg and right leg. Left hip and right hip. Left hand and right hand. Left arm, left shoulder. Right arm and right shoulder. Your abdomen, chest, jaw, your mouth, your cheeks, and your ears, finding the space across your brow. Keeping your eyes closed. Begin to bring some movement back now. Your toes and fingertips. Perhaps taking the head from side to side gently. still closed, resting there. And then rolling yourself up to seated, any comfortable position of your choice, eyes still remaining closed. Hands can rest in the lap or on the knees. Just observe how you feel now after your practice. Hopefully find stillness and clarity and energy. Weightlessness. Take one last moment to reflect on your efforts, your body, everything it's done for you this morning. Turn our hands together in the heart center. Namaste. Thank you very much. Thank you.